18 players have answered the call. They come from different backgrounds with different strengths and different strategies, but they all share one goal: to claim the title of Sole Survivor. Welcome to Survivor ATL Season 6. From the very beginning, they'll be divided into tribes, forced to work together, build trust quickly, and rely on one another in high-stakes challenges. Because in this game, teamwork means survival. They'll battle for immunity in competitions that test everything: strength, endurance, focus and communication, and the ability to think under pressure. Every challenge pushes them further. Every round raises the stakes. When the challenge is in, strategy begins. Alliances will form, plans will unravel, loyalties will be tested, and at Tribal Council, they will vote each other out one by one. To win, they must outwit, outplay, outlast. Only one will rise above the rest and earn the victory. 18 players, 48 hours, one survivor.
I wanted to, before, two things. We're going to do a cast photo, but before we do that, I have a special message. If y'all want to come over here, I have a special message for y'all.
Hey Survivor ATL, it's your girl Sassy Sandra, the Queen of Survivor. I want to wish you guys all luck. Remember to play to win, but have fun playing. And don't forget to outlast, outwit, and outplay everyone. I know I said that in the wrong order, but I did have a drink tonight. Queen stays queen. Adios.
And just want to let you know, we did these Valentines based on our motto: trust, betray, and triumph. Trust will be the blue tribe: steady, reliable, loyal, love. And you'll figure that out. Betray, yellow tribe: intense, risky, potentially dangerous. Triumph, pink tribe: love that is strong, victorious, or elevated. Now, whether that is you or not, the words that we picked have fallen into those three categories. So, without further ado, come and find your matching Valentine bag, which will have your buff. And then find your color, blue, yellow, or pink, and figure out and just kind of separate into your tribes. What I now need each tribe to do is pick a tribe leader. Pick a tribe leader. Speak amongst yourselves a minute and then have the leaders please. I'm going to switch places with you. All right, so leaders of the yellow and the blue and the pink tribe, your fellow tribe mates picked you to lead. Leading has a huge responsibility. So, what we're going to ask of you right now is to choose someone on your current tribe to exile. No talking, you just have to choose someone on your tribe to exile. Yes?
What is exiling?
You will learn in a moment. Just you have to choose someone.
You wrote the same pretty quick though.
You rolled that 6, I'm so sorry.
Can we exile ourselves?
No.
There's.
Okay, and Nita? Okay. Who? RJ? RJ? And Casey.
Remind me of your name, I'm so sorry. Kylie.
All right, Kylie and RJ and Darius, please come up here. Leaders, you can go back to your tribe. Thank you very much. All right, you three. All right, You three have been You three have been exiled from your tribe, but all is not lost. First of all, because you were exiled, each of you get an advantage. Here you go. There you go. That's what it was wrapped in. Here you go. Yes. And here you go. All right. So, your tribes have exiled you, but all is not lost. You will be switching tribes. So,
Pink's my color.
so now Darius will be a member of the pink tribe, RJ will be a member of the yellow tribe, and Kylie will be a member of the blue tribe. So go ahead and join your
Pink, right?
Yeah.
We passed around.
All right.
Hey guys, $10 for the bad
So, all right, so now we're actually going to go right into your first challenge. Your first challenge starts. Go.
Today's challenge is called Up in the Air. Players were divided into 3 pairs. The first pair had one job: untie a series of tightly bound knots. Only when every knot was released would they earn their bag of darts and tag in the next team. The second pair faced a hex puzzle. Every piece had to fit perfectly into place. Solve it correctly, and they would unlock the balls needed for the final stage. Then came the shooters. With darts in hand, they had to load the balls onto the air machine, take aim, and fire. One by one, all 5 balls had to be shot down. The first team to clear every target would win immunity. In this game, everything is up in the air.
Nice. Good job, Sarah. Okay. That's fine. That's fine.
Shot. Good.
Sorry.
Man, this obviously the first challenge went exactly how I expected it to. 0-4 record now on challenges. It's great. As soon as the challenge is over, BJ comes up to me. He's like, "You were RJ. You were RJ. You were RJ. You were RJ." I couldn't get a word in to talk to this man about the long-term plan of the game. So, I'm pretty sure he's voting on me, which is expected. But then, RJ getting the idol, they want to flush the idol as well. So I'm not really sure what Ken's going to do. But then Wayne came to me and approached me about, you know what, if BJ is going to be so hard-headed, maybe we send BJ home. And it seems like that's the way that at least 4 of them are going. Ken still wants to vote me or RJ. BJ still wants to vote me or RJ. I don't know if RJ is actually even going to play the idol. I have no idea, but I'm hoping that those 4 stick with me. Those 3 stick with me. We have a little foursome, and I honestly don't know though. This is a crazy start, and that idol rush just messed everything up. And but yeah, I mean, it's either going to be blindside or I'm going home. That's all I can say.
Anxiety is rampant. My back is against the wall. I feel like it very well could be me tonight. Idle clue. Every floor. I took Ken with me. He's trying to convince me not to play it. I need to secure myself in this game. I have to do it. And if that means I play an idol wrongly this early on, it makes me here for another round. And that's what matters. I know my name was being pitched by BJ. And that's where I'm at with that. Don't swing. If you're going to swing at me, make sure you connect.
So who are you voting for?
I'm probably going to vote for BJ.
Okay. All right.
It's interesting because everyone has different theories. Everyone's lying to each other right now. I hope nobody's lying to me, but I really have no fucking way of knowing. But the plan right now is officially to vote out David. David thinks we're splitting the votes on BJ. RD thinks he's getting the votes because he has the idol, so we're hoping to flush out the idol. So we're hoping this works, and David will get 5 votes, and RD will get 1 maybe. But I don't have any idea what BJ's doing because he won't talk about it one-on-one. He only wants to talk publicly to everyone, and we are shady, so that's not happening. So we're at.
The puzzles were not puzzling, I guess. I mean, I knew that would be like the step where it would really matter, and that's why I didn't do that step. I knew knots eventually would come undone, and I thought I did pretty well with the knots. Yeah. I lucked out. I mean, I thought BJ's wife actually warned him about me and said I'm like a dangerous player and stuff. So the whole day yesterday, he was coming up to me being like, "Watch out for you. I'm watching out for you. I got my eye on you." So I was already stressing out, but it really built trust when BJ volunteered to be captain and he didn't exile me. Because if he did exile me, I would have been really pissed. But he kept me on the team with my closest allies, which are Izzy, which I really bonded over a lot. We've gotten 3 meals together, me and Izzy. She's been driving me to Poke. We got Chinese food. So I love Izzy. Wayne and I are rider guys, so I have basically half the tribe. Plus, me and RJ had played before, so it worked out where BJ really built trust. And David did pitch my name first. And David said only pitch my name because he didn't have time to pitch the other 2, and that because BJ was gunning for me initially, that's why he brought me up first. But I'm like, BJ, I mean, David, we bonded in the airport. Like, why didn't you pitch Wayne instead? Like, you haven't talked to Wayne at all. So yeah, it has to be.
So here we are. We lost the first challenge miserably. We never even got past the second stage. So I am pretty sure that we should vote somebody that was responsible for that. It's RJ or David. And I think David has been a problem. I think we're going to vote David. But we're also talking about RJ has an idol. So we want to force that idol too. So there's a good chance we're going to vote David with an off vote on RJ. So that if David somehow survives, we don't have to go to a revote. So that's what's happening. But then I just heard that 3 of them are going to vote for me. So who knows? We're going to see what happens. It'll be fun.
All right, Yellow Tribe, welcome to your first tribal council. So we're going to start with RJ since you have the mic. Talk about the challenge, talk about what happened, what didn't happen, what's been going on. I know that y'all were didn't get it past the I think the puzzle over here. Who was on that?
I don't want to talk about the puzzle. That puzzle can go where the sun don't shine. For some reason, it was just one. Every synopsis that we tried, it was just one freaking hexagon that brought us here. That is what led us here, and ultimately, curious to hear what the answers to these questions are going to be, because that's going to determine a lot going into this vote.
So who else was on the puzzle with you?
Opposite end of the spectrum.
Okay, let's pass that down. And David, tell us about the puzzle.
Yeah, I mean, before the challenge even started, Wayne looked at me and he went, I have this puzzle. I've never figured it out. And I went, oh, great. That's great. That's great. But yeah, I don't know. RJ said he did it a couple times. I had never seen it. I don't do puzzles for fun, sadly. That's not my thing. But it just seemed like there was one thing just slightly off every time. We were so close. We didn't get it done, unfortunately. It was rough. It felt very demoralizing. So
who did the knots?
Me, Ken.
Okay, Ken, tell us, how did that work? How did it go? Was it easy? Was it hard?
It was tighter than I expected, but I work with knots a lot, with surgical ties and all that stuff, so I felt comfortable doing it, and you just kept going, it would eventually open, so yeah.
Yeah.
I feel similar. I don't do surgery, let me rephrase that. But I feel similarly. I realized pretty quickly that you could use the table as leverage to like pull it faster. So that helped get it done.
Okay. So the two shooters, BJ, Wayne, y'all didn't get to do much this challenge. What did that feel like? What was going on while you were waiting for your part of this relay?
The sick realization that one of my tribe was going to have to go home. That's not a good feeling. I felt confident that Wayne and I had a plan, which was funny because everybody else, they were spending all their time shooting, not their time getting darts. Wayne was going to get darts. I was going to shoot. I didn't need Wayne to load my gun. It doesn't take any time. So like when the blue team was sitting there and he was loading her gun for her, I'm like, what? We're going to catch these people so easy because we're gonna turn those rounds around. No, we never got any rounds to turn around. So
yeah, Wayne.
Yeah, same thing. I feel like we had a really good plan, even from picking our placement on the table. We wanted to make sure we were on an end. We talked about it because we felt like whoever's in the middle shooting the darts would be a disadvantage because they may have to crawl to the table more because if our darts miss, they might go on the outside. So I was going to stay down there and just chuck them back. So we had a really good plan had we gotten to that point. But again, like with these two, like I have that puzzle at home. I recognize the outside of it right away. It's really hard. So it is what it is. It's a hard puzzle. It's not one I've sat there at home with it for longer than these guys spent on it and not be able to solve it. So I get it. It's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't do that puzzle. I'm to be real honest with y'all. I would flunder too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm not a puzzler.
Yeah, that one's not easy too.
Yeah. It's not.
See how much of a non-puzzle, right?
Let's go back, rewind just a little bit to talk about kind of the opening marooning, the twist with exile. I believe y'all voted BJ, or it was decided that BJ was the leader. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Yeah, if I'm remembering correctly, we kind of asked who wanted to do it. I forget if you said you would.
I said I would. I didn't care if I was or not.
Yeah.
But there was people who specifically did not want to be the leader.
Yeah. Yeah.
So in general, it was a consensus, like, okay, good.
Yeah.
BJ, leader.
I felt good about it. I heard the other tribes somebody on each tribe volunteered to be the exiled person, which in retrospect was probably smarter because I should have thought that maybe it would be an advantage.
Darius volunteered. Darius went.
Oh, did he? Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay.
Went.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool.
And that's when I chose Darius. Until Darius went like that, I was.
So that's why you chose. Here, pass that.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why you chose Darius.
Yeah, because Darius volunteered to be tribute.
Yeah. Okay. RJ, you were exiled from your original tribe, and then you ended up on this tribe. Tell us about that. How'd that work? How did that happen?
So when we chose our captain, we actually just did a dice roll. Whoever had the highest roll was the captain. That's just how we ran with it. And when it came to exile, our captain didn't really want to have to make a decision, and nobody else really wanted to go. So I said, what the fuck, just
send my ass. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, yeah. And you publicly got an advantage.
Correct. A disadvantage. Very much so a disadvantage. And I said, don't sign me up for cardio. And what the hell did you do? You signed me up for cardio.
I've seen you run.
There's no beach.
You beat me, but that's not hard. So it was kind of again a volunteer situation.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So now that you're in this position, you know, what's been going through your mind? You know, this is a quick game. It's 48 hours. This is unfortunately the first boot. How do you navigate this? What, like, if anyone has anything, just ask for the mic.
So I'm not worried about leaving. I heard at one point that there were 3 votes on me. I don't think that was true. I don't think people would. There's no reason for me to go now. I've never played this game. So as the politics of this game continue forward, I'm not going to be playing with like, oh, this is the strategy you need to do that. So I don't feel like I'm a threat at this point in the game. So I'm not worried about anybody voting for me. So when I heard that there were votes of me, I was like, that's not real. So while it did give me pause, I don't think it's real, so I'm not real worried about it.
Does anyone else feel worried? Anyone else have an opinion on? Yeah?
I mean, we didn't make it 5 steps out that door. And I said, BJ, you know, what are your thoughts? And right away he said, it's you or RJ. You guys felt the puzzle. It's you or RJ. And no matter what I tried to say to BJ, no matter what I tried to talk about, that was his mindset, me or RJ. You know, and so all I could do is explain to him why I felt it shouldn't be me. You know, but at the end of the day, BJ's vote was BJ's. I honestly don't even know if that is even still his mindset, because I don't know who he talked to. But, you know, after that, and since then, and since the extended amount of time we had waiting in that hallway, and all the conversations. But yeah, so yeah, you know, if everybody else feels that same way, that it's between me and RJ, then that's most likely where it's going to go.
All right, so you want to pass that to RJ and have him, I think you raised your hand.
I mean, really, it's tribal council. If you come in here and don't think that you can be voted off, you can be voted off. You're foolish. Paranoia is everything, and essentially, since this is a 48-hour game and we are go, it's really just going to be who did you have that last conversation with and who did you connect with in that very brief time, and where votes actually landed and who can you actually trust. This is the first time as a tribe, and we'll see where it goes.
Okay. All right. Anything else before we vote? All right. Well, then we're going to start with David.
0-4 team challenges. You know, maybe this is the end. Who knows? I feel like I'm going home, but.
I'm voting for David because he dropped my name and he messed with the puzzle. So hopefully it goes.
Whatever will happen, this game is so disastrous.
All right. I'll go tally the votes. All righty. I've tallied the votes, but before I read the votes, if anyone has an idol or advantage to play, now would be the time to do so.
Patrick,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to risk it. I'm not going home this first tribal council. They say I don't need it. Smoking yours, it got James Clemente. It's not going to get my ass. I'm playing this on myself.
All right, this is a hidden immunity idol. Any votes cast for RJ will not count. Any other advantages or idols? All right, I'll read the votes. First vote, David. Second vote, RJ, does not count. Third vote, BJ. That's 1 vote David, 1 vote BJ. Fourth vote, David. That's 2 votes David, 1 vote BJ. The first person voted out of Survivor ATL Season 6 is David. That is 3. That is enough, David. Unfortunately, you'll have to bring me your torch.
What David?
David, the tribe has spoken. It's time for you to go.
I didn't want to vote BJ. But everyone else seems adamant. They could be playing me. They're talking about flushing the idol. I don't know if they're actually going to flush the idol. I don't know what's going to happen. But it's either going to be me or BJ, I feel like. So, yeah, man. Sorry. It's me. Good game.
And then came to us, and we had a bit of a kerfuffle over not getting tagged properly, but it didn't stop us.
Yeah, it even still came out on top.
Yeah.
I mean, you pretty much solved the puzzle yourself. I mean, you got 3/4 of the way there, and we came down to one puzzle piece left that looked like a dog bone. And so as we're sitting there like, oh no, we can't get this to fit. Okay, so one piece at a time, we started pulling things apart and trying to shift them around, and then bam! It all came together.
Yes, I solved it incorrectly many times, and then Kylie was like, "This piece doesn't fit the way that you're doing it." And I was like, "Okay, I'm going to need you to." And she said, "Do it like this." But boop, it was over.
That was a nail biter. But I'm so thrilled that we didn't come in last. And I really think we gelled as a team. And I thought we did a really good job of deciding who was going to take, which one of the 3 activities. So I thought it was really good. I had a great time with my partner.
All right, so Lachey, hopefully I'm pronouncing his name right, their name right. Fucked up the ropes. I, honest to God, thought I was going to mess it up. I'm drunk. I cut my nails literally yesterday, but I found myself, I tore it open basically, and this guy's struggling, and I had to help him, which...
I lotioned, I took a shower, I lotioned, I was feeling all good, and then my fingers were nice and greasy. But at the end of the day, we got it done. That's all that matters, and we weren't the first to lose.
So the challenge, I really wanted to do the puzzle piece because I'm bad at aiming and shooting, and I've never really untied a knot. We were doing okay. Another team finished first, so we tried to copy. So we kind of dismantled and redid it. We got lost. They flipped their puzzle pieces over, but then we did end up recovering for the second to finish the puzzle. So I felt good about that. We were like neck and neck for a little bit, but unfortunately we lost. I am a little uneasy. I don't really know what people think right now. We did immediately kind of form, like me and the girls, have a little like foursome right now. I get the impression that they're already kind of close to Darius, so they prefer Lachey, whereas me and Siren, who is my number 1 at the moment, prefer to keep Lachey and get out Darius. Okay. And Darius did just say that we can just vote him off because he wants to get drunk. So I kind of went back to Ellie. I was like, do we just want to do that? Yeah. I feel good. We figured out the combination, and I'm super thankful that Siren got it because she's my number one. So if they do try to turn on me, I have that.
It is chaotic. I had the idea that it would be a physical location, but I couldn't figure out if it would be like 0 or if we had to go to the floors. So we've been running around. We did find the idol, but we're telling people we didn't open it.
Okay, so Darius was standing there with the box for the yellow tribe. And his team had just said, I don't know, Darius took off with it somewhere. Like, that seems a little sketch, and he says, I don't know where it's at. We're like, did you guys find it? And he said, no, we went back to my room and drank. So then what did you do?
He's holding the box. I'm like, oh, can I just see it? I don't know why, but he lets me hold it, and I shake it, and then nothing happens. It's empty. So either Darius has it, but someone on Team Yellow has that idol.
And it was like, he says, no, it's empty. And he went,
he's like, no, it's not. Or someone must have betrayed me. I didn't know about it.
I went to my room and drank. Somebody must have betrayed you. We're like, sir.
We're not buying these excuses.
We come down, and I think Casey has the idea of like, let's not say the lockbox is open. Let's close it back up and pretend that we didn't open it. So I come down with it closed. Jared grabs it from me. I kind of handed it to him, maybe. I don't remember. And he shakes it. He's like, they opened it. And I was like, I like give him the most shocked look, which is easy because I'm a little bit drunk. And I'm like, oh. I was like, I thought we didn't open it. I was like, well, there's at least 4 people who lied to me, you know?
We saw the symbols, so we all took pictures. I saw the math equations. I did immediately kind of look to see like, what does everyone's math equation looks like? Because even if I can't figure out mine, if I have context of what the other team's math equations look like, that might give me a clue. Then I did immediately notice the symbols. I was like, hey, it's 2 through 12. That's unusual. What does that mean? That means something. There's a reason it starts 2 through 12. We thought it might be like dice rolls at first, which I thought was really clever. But then it ended up being like the elevator floors. Another team, RJ, ended up coming up and telling Darius what it was.
Yes, I think I have a tight group of 4 on my tribe right now. Let's see how this goes. Names: Siren, our team leader, and then.
Well, I think it's going to be Lachey. He's so nice. But I think, we can't end up a tribal council every time. So we've got to think about how we're going to have our strongest competitors. And I think that we feel like he might be weaker than the other ones, unfortunately.
And so we open it back up. They're like, and I was like, let's put something back into it. I put my phone in there because Mom was right. It's that goddamn phone. And so I put my phone in the box. And we closed it back up. I need to go get that back later. And so, yeah, my phone's now in the box. And so, I don't know. I'm very excited to see how this tribal goes.
Do I have it? No, but I know where it is. And as long as I know where it is, it's always in play.
If it's not him, I think it's going to be me. Just because I've been chaotic, I've been sporadic, I've been all over the place.
See, I've talked to a couple of people and planted the idea of voting out Darius, mostly because he's hot, and I know me, they need to go.
But yeah, I'm very excited to see where it goes. I need to get my phone back.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Pink team.
Hi.
Unfortunately,
Corrado.
you have did not win immunity, and this is your first tribal council, second of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Who wants to talk first? Tell me about the challenge. Tell me about what happened. Tell me what about didn't happen.
Yeah, sure. I have the mic. So, me and Lachey. Am I pronouncing it right, by the way?
Yeah, just a little too much.
Lachey. Okay, sorry. We did the knot challenge. And then Ben and Siren did the puzzle challenge. And then Casey and then Ellie did the shooting challenge. I will be honest. I think Lachey and I were the weak link with the knot challenge. I tried my best to distract blue team by crap talking as much as possible. Now, granted, there was some friendly fire. I did crap talk, I think, our own team a little bit. And then I don't even know what team was last because they did so badly. But I did crap talk them, definitely. And
Yeah, I honestly think we did well. I was honestly very confident. I was like, dude, we won this. I didn't realize that second team would have to vote somebody out. I thought it would just be last team. So I was like, whatever. Like we're second, whatever. We won. But yeah, this is going to be a tough vote coming in to this first tribal council.
All right. So Lachey, Darius said that y'all were the weaker link. Do you have an opinion on that?
I don't think that we were necessarily the weakest link, but I definitely had my own struggles because I was not fully prepared for doing things, messing with knots with my hands. If you let me use my teeth, I would have been fine. But no, I don't think that we were necessarily the weakest. I think everybody took around the same amount of time. But I definitely know that I struggled with my fingies because my fingies were a problem.
Okay.
Lotion and knots do not mix.
So what about the puzzles? Who was on the puzzle? Okay, let's hear about your struggles
I'll take it. The puzzles I feel like we felt confident on. We ended up like getting second to get it done, so I felt good with that. We had a strategy of like put the big pieces in first, save the small pieces for last. We had a little hiccup where we tried to copy the other team since they finished it, but then they turned it over, so then we had to like reset, but we like recovered well, so I'm happy about that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm really proud of our puzzle accomplishment. I feel like we did the best we could. We maintained a good speed and kind of got our team, our shooters, kind of a great opportunity to try their best. And I feel like, we worked well together.
Okay, awesome. Tell us about the shooting.
Okay, for sure.
The shooting, I think we started with a plan of kind of if one of us is better, then we're just going to keep going with it. And I think it really helped that she was consistent and you kept trying for it. So I was happy to be the runner to get the ammo because I think it was better to just have one person know how to adjust it instead of both of us going back and forth. I tried it and I was like, this is a little bit more difficult for me. So I think we worked well.
I was going to say, I thought we had a great partnership.
Yeah.
It was fun because I feel like we did get where we had a great process going and we were quick. And then when the other team finished, we grabbed their darts too, so we didn't have to run so much. So I think it worked well.
Yeah.
That's a good strategy. Good strategy. So let's backtrack just a little. Tell me, when at the marooning, we had a little twist. A leader was chosen. That leader was
That's me.
you, Casey. So tell us how that came about. What was the strategy there? How did we get to the result of you as the leader?
So, if anybody has another opinion, I think it was because I suggested that we come up with a team name, and I had just asked AI, for some suggestions on very successful, before coming here, on some successful real, like the TV show Survivor team names, and the most successful one of history has been Corora. And so I had just suggested that as our team name, which we agreed to, and then you asked for a leader, and they were like, well, you have the team name, so you want to be the leader.
Okay.
I don't know if anybody has any other.
Okay. So obviously then you had to, as the leader, choose someone to exile. Tell us about that decision and how that came about.
So the team was so gracious because when you've spoken for 5 minutes, and so I just looked over at the team and people were nodding that they would volunteer, and then Siren and Kylie just did rock, paper, scissors.
Okay.
So it was nice that they didn't make me choose.
Well, it worked out for Kylie because she ended up getting immunity.
Yes.
So let's then flip over to the person that joined you after his banishment or exile. I'm sorry.
Pass me the mic. I'm about to
Tell us about your exile, Darius.
I was so excited. So first of all, I like to think that BJ was leader because of me. I pointed out, hey, he brought party favors, and I also mentioned some other things that I don't remember. Pink is more my color than yellow. Here's my advantage, which I lost, by the way. I'm so sorry. Begin where everything begins. Something like that. I joined pink team. I'm pink team. Crore. All right, and I'm probably mispronouncing it. But I like to think once we get past that whole hassle, besides any kerfuffles and challenges that we fail, I like to think we're all working together as like one whole. I like to think the fact that I'm yellow, first and foremost, has me a little bit worried. I'm worried that is gonna hurt me a little bit. And so I'm worried that I will be voted out first. I think there's, between all 5 of them, they're all thinking a different person. And I'm actually very curious to see where this vote goes. Now granted, maybe the easy solution is we're just alcoholics. Is there a button to click? I told them to tell me when to stop, and they never said stop. So
nervous, because you never really know what people are thinking.
Yeah.
Curious what people are going to say here at Tribal. I think that might influence my decision.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, it's hard because I like everyone here. There's no one to dislike. And I don't know anyone super well, right? So I feel like it'll be a good test if I survive that okay, I can trust these people, right? Those are my main thoughts. I don't know. I don't know where the vote could go any direction. Yeah.
Anyone else worried tonight?
I mean, I'm always worried.
Always worried? Always worried?
If you're not worried, you're not playing the game.
Yeah.
Paranoia is the name of the game. It doesn't sound like anyone feels safe at this moment. Unfortunately, one of you will be the second boot of the season, first boot of the Pink Tribe. Would you like to go first? Sure. Okay, well, let me start the music and then you can go first. Maybe.
And so I think it's going to be you. I think it's going to be tied almost close between me and you. And so I'm sorry. It's got to be you. How do you spell it?
Ben. Lachey.
I said what I said. He's hot.
Siren.
Hello. I hope I spell this right.
I'll pay you.
Thank you, Casey. Ellie. All right, I'll go tally the votes. I will go ahead and read the votes. First vote, Lachey. 1 vote, Lachey. Second vote, Darius. That's 1 vote, Lachey. 1 vote, Darius. Next vote, Lachey. That's 2 votes, Lachey. 1 vote, Darius. Next vote, Lachey. That is 3 votes, Lachey. 1 vote, Darius. Second player evicted from Survivor ATL Season 6 is Lachey. That's 4 votes. That's enough, Lachey. I'm sorry. Come on up here and I will Lachey.
I lay a curse on you all.
Lachey, the tribe has spoken. Time for you to go.